Now, to explain to people listening, what the heck is this? I don't know about a show called Philly Justice. Well, you shouldn't. It's not real. But I'll just set it up, and then I need you to tell us the history. So, very briefly, Philly Justice is a fake TV show that we made up. A few cast members made up on the set of Parks and Rec one day because we looked at a picture of ourselves and we laughed and we said, oh, we look like we're in a TV show called Philly Justice. That small inside joke on set laugh grew into a beast that is still discussed today. So what do you remember about the beginnings of Philly Justice?
So this is like season 4 of Parks and Rec, I think. Leslie Knope's running for office. And we have in this season, incredible regular guest stars on the show. Catherine Hahn played a campaign manager, high-powered campaign manager from D.C., who was running the campaign of Bobby Newport, played by Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
And Bobby Newport was the moron son of a wealthy businessman who didn't want the job at all, but was running against Leslie, and it's Leslie's greatest dream, and Bobby Newport does not care at all. And in fact, in the finale of the show, when he loses, there's a brief clip of him on TV being interviewed, and he says, honestly, this is a huge relief, which is one of my favorite.
Amazing.
It's an incredible Paul Rudd moment. So in this episode we were shooting, you were all in like campaign mode, which meant you were maybe uncharacteristically wearing like a very smartly tailored suit.
Yep.
And Rashida Ann Perkins was also wearing something like that. And then Jen Barkley, Catherine's character, is always high-powered suit lady.
Yep.
And Paul Rudd is there, and Adam Scott is there, who usually wore ties and suits and stuff. And so this is what I remember is that someone came running up and said, look at this picture, and it was all 5 of you. And I think it was just a wardrobe picture. It was like, let's get a picture. They take pictures of characters all the time.
Yeah.
Just to say like, okay, this is what they look like in case we have to recreate this. And that I think maybe Rashida had said, someone had said we look like we're in a David E. Kelly show, like a legal drama. And I think Rashida maybe just said Philly Justice.
And we'll put the picture up here, but we're just kind of nailing it.
You're just
drama
you're
style.
In the mode of that kind of show.
That's right.
So then what I heard, and this stuff was like bleeding up to me in the writer's room, is that you guys had started kind of you were like, this is the thing we're doing now, is we're coming up with like characters and scenes and like moments of dialogue for our characters from this fake show that you had invented called Philly Justice, which was a David E. Kelly show from like 2005 that had shot the pilot and that had never aired. And you were all goofing around and improvising, right? Mm-hmm. Like improvising just like who you were and what the show was about. So it just kept wafting up to the writer's room that like everyone was really enjoying this bit. Great. Fantastic. Then I think we all collectively blacked out. Mm-hmm. And when we woke up, the writers had written scenes for Philly Justice. Like
like a 20-page script.
Yeah, like writers, it should be noted in comedy rooms, will take any excuse not to work.
Of course, writing is the worst.
It's the worst, and if there's like a more fun thing, great.
Totally.
And I do remember at one point divvying up scenes for Philly Justice the way that a good showrunner would be like, okay, why don't you guys take act 1 of the next episode and you take act 2 and whatever. And instead I was like, okay, you guys write the scene where Adam Scott and whoever are like fighting, and you take the scene where Rashida's doing this. And we just started writing fake scenes for a fake show that didn't exist for you in character.
While we were making another show.
Correct. Yeah. Now, we have in season 4 of the show, we have built the city council chambers where Leslie was hoping to work someday. The city council chambers looked kind of like a courtroom if you squinted.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay. And then at some point I remember Morgan Sackett.
Yep, who we're going to talk to today.
Coming in and saying like, I think we can shoot all of this stuff in the city council chamber. And I don't remember when we decided to shoot it. Again, we blacked out.
Yeah.
But suddenly we were just going to do this. We were going to use NBC resources while we're supposed to be making the show they paid for.
Which never suffered.
And we were going to take some of those resources and divert them without anyone knowing.
Sure.
To a different part of the same set.
Yeah.
And then shoot the scenes from Philly Justice. And by the way, this is very important for everyone to understand. To no end. There was not a point to this.
No.
It wasn't like, we're going to put this on the DVD,
No.
or we're going to, this is like a backdoor pilot, or if this works, we could really do X, Y, and
And
Z.
it wasn't like it wasn't like we're going to make
Nope.
a viral thing or we're going to be talking about it 15, 16 years
No.
later. No.
It was because it was fun. And really the thing that I think is the most important thing to get across is that that show was so fun to work on. Everyone was almost singularly devoted to the concept of having fun.
yeah.
And this just seemed fun. And we didn't question it. We didn't ask why we were doing it. Morgan's job basically is to like make the show that we're making. He was as gung-ho about this as anyone. He was like, yeah, of course we have to do this. Like, we have to do this. And then next thing I know, well, then a bunch of stuff happens, and I don't want to go too far.
Well,